everyone, and welcome to Delicious Sparkly Cakes. I had a look at all the baby shark cake tutorials on YouTube, and I've noticed that there are lots of tutorials focused more on the cake, but just a little about the baby sharks. So I thought, why not to make a detailed tutorial on YouTube, and as it is really quick, why not to do it on live? So it's nice for once in a while to see you and who it is as well at the other side of the screen. And if you would like just to drop a comment and say hi or where you're from, if you want, and if you don't want, it's still fine. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to show you how to make this pink baby shark, and the other ones I already started, but I'm going to go through afterwards about this tail because it's a bit different of how to add the glasses there and here or the mustaches afterwards. But now let's start with the pink one. All right, let's move on these sharks as we don't need them at the moment, and let's do this one. So let's have a look how much it is, just in case you're wondering, because everyone keep asking me on underneath my videos. So 1.5 Oz, and it was how much grams? 43 roughly. That's fine anyway. So we're starting from a bowl, and now we're going to make a teardrop. And with our 3 fingers, we're going to carry on in here. So that we have the tail. We're going to press here, and what we want here is a round shape. Pressing it a little bit at the top. And we have our round shape at the top, right? Now we're going to roll some white fondant to put it here at the front. And because my fondant is a bit sticky, I'm going to add some icing sugar here, as it is really hot in Sicily at the moment. So I'm gonna put it at the top, and I'm gonna use this one as a kind of template. Then I'm gonna cut it, and I don't wanna cut it straight, but I wanna cut it diagonally, so that the fondant is going to be smaller and not actually of the same size. Let's remove it. It shouldn't stick, but it did stick a little bit. Doesn't matter. We're gonna remove this little part. That's it. And now let's cut a little bit better. Can already tell that this part is a bit bigger, so I'm gonna cut it and make it a little bit smaller. Like this. Now let's round all the edges. Like this, and let's put it on top of the cute, well, still is not cute really, on the baby shark. So let's start from the tail. Let's go over here and let's make sure that it all sticks very well and is nice and flat. And now we need to cut this part, because let's have a look at the photo. Is half the white bit, it's on half of the head. So let's cut it like this, really gentle. Don't need to go too deep, otherwise we're going to cut the pink fondant, and obviously we don't want to do that. So now it's much better, but we want to make a little bit flat, and in here as well, just yeah, like this, a little bit more smaller over here, and instead more round over here. So I'm going to stretch the fondant. Now on top of this, we're going to add the mouth, and we need to roll some burgundy fondant. Whoops. It's too round, so it just slipped. Okay. We're only going to need a small piece. So let's have a look, and we're going to cover from here till here. To do so, we're going to use a round cutter. Cut a little bit, and obviously it is too big, so I'm going to remove this part and this other part, and making it a little bit more round over here on the edges. Now we can put it onto the head like this. And because my fondant today is a bit sticky, I don't need any water or anything. Okay, let's just make it a little bit more round. Okay, so this part is fine. Now let's add the teeth, and I'm using some white fondant. I'm gonna roll a little bit more, and again, I'm not going to need it all, just a small piece. So from here till here, and I'm cutting this part and here and here. So I'm going to start from this small piece or rectangle, and now I'm cutting the teeth. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. Let's make it a little bit better over here. And let's put it onto the mouth like this. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth at the bottom. And again, I'm doing the same thing. Let's have a look how much paste I'm going to need first. Yeah, I think maybe you haven't seen it, but actually this is how much I'm going to need. And I'm doing the same thing that I did for the top teeth. So I'm cutting like this. Four, and the last teeth, the last tooth. Really? So let's remove all these small pieces that we don't going to need, and let's put this one at the bottom of the mouth, and they are just a little bit curved. They're not straight as the top one. And you can tell that it is really, really hot here today, as my hands are all, see, all greasy. And the paste is greasy too. Okay, which it doesn't help me, but it doesn't matter. I still can work with it. Okay, so now that we've done this part, we're going to move on making the eyes. And we want this part a little bit more flat. And we're going to need 2 ovals. And as usual, we start from a ball. Then I always like to cut them now, so that hopefully I'm going to get the same size of fondant. Instead of guessing. So I'm going to flat them on my finger first and put it here. So flat a little bit on my finger first, and then put it, and still pressing it, and just trying to give as much as possible the right size, the right shape. Okay, now I'm going to add the pupils, which are black. And again, let's start from a ball. Then cut in half. Make another oval. Pressing it, and then put it on the eye. Oh, forgot to press it first and then put in there. I mean, it's just slightly better, I think. Now we're going to add a micro ball of white fondant. Still need to clean my hand sometimes. And put it in here. That's what it is, right? So yeah, that's on the right size. And then I add another one over here and flatten a little bit. Like this. I'm not sure if you can see very well, and this tooth in here looks a little bit strange when I look at the camera. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this as I don't want this video to last too long. Now we're going to add the nose, and we're just going to use this part of the leaf shaper, and we're going to insert it and then push it on top of it. So insert and push it just a slightly bit on top of it. Now using the burgundy fondant, we're going to add the eyelashes. So let's cut it and let's add the first one. Oops. Let's cut it again and add the second one. Don't know if you can see actually, as it is really small. So let's cut it and let's add it again. Make it thinner, cut it and put it onto the fondant, onto the head. All right, so what we got left is the fins actually. So I've got 4 balls in here, one for the top fin, and we're going to start from a teardrop, and we're going to make it kind of triangle really, and put it here at the top of the head, like this. Now from another ball we're going to make another teardrop, but we want a little bit more curved, and just we're gonna put it in here. And then this is really simple really, isn't it? Just teardrops and put it on the side. I think this one actually should have been the fin over here, as it is smaller, as it is bigger, and this piece is smaller. And let's put it in here. And these pieces don't need any support on the inside, as they are really small. So instead, to make the fin here that we have here on the tail, we're going to make a sausage, then make it smaller on each side, then bend it a little bit, flatten it, and now let's put it in here. And this one, the pink one, has been done. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Yeah. Still not happy about those teeth. They're too low, but yeah, they're much better now. Okay, now the pink one has been done. I'm going to show you how to add instead a different fin on this one onto the blue one, as the blue one is slightly different. This one is just one long one, and this one is kind of two. So I've got this fondant, and let's remove all this mess so you're not going to see it. And first of all, we're starting from a sausage. Then we're going to flatten a little bit, and what we're going to do, making it a little bit longer, but we're going to cut just in here a little bit. And what we want to do is to make this part round, and let's roll a little bit. And now let's flatten a little bit, and we want it to be more pointed really. Then bend a little bit like this and add it on this side. And this is cute too, isn't it? So this is similar except for the tail. So now you might want to leave a little bit and maybe add a little bit of water if it doesn't stick. And if in a few seconds it will stick. Just let's leave it like this for the moment. Yep, starting to stick. Now the orange one instead, it has the glasses as well, which the others don't. And what we need to do is to add 2 small ovals and a tiny bit piece of fondant in the middle like this. So let's start adding first the small one, add in the middle of it, and then we need to round it a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Now first we need to flat this ball, which was an oval, so let's do it again. And let's put it here. Now in the middle, I'm going to make this kind of hole so that it's going to look more glasses. And this is done too. Ooh, it is really sticky. And the last one that I want to show you how to make is the green one, as is a little bit different as well. Well, what we have different, let's remove this little bit of fondant before carry on doing this green one. Okay, so the difference is that this part, I don't know if you can see, but this part over here is not straight, but it has kind of I think it's the mouth really. So what we're going to do is to make a sausage really small and long enough that it's going to cover the whole mouth. And then I'm going to make this round shape like this with a leaf shaper. And I'm going to put it on top. This one instead, I made it before, and that's why it's not sticky anymore. Actually, it's quite dry, and to stick anything on it, I need some water. And I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, that's better. Now, as you can see on the bottom of it, there's like some lines, and we're just going to add them really, really easily, making some, drawing them with the craft knife like this. 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2. Oops, this is too big. And 5. And let's make it a little bit smaller like this. That's better. And now we're going to add the mustaches instead, which are ready. Put it here. Oh, I think it's this one actually. Yes, I had pre-made 2 balls, and which are the same size, and we want to make a 2 drop, and then we want to bend them, make it all curved at the end, make it all round. And again, first I'm going to add some water to make sure that it sticks to the fondant. And the same thing on the other side, so let's make it really nice and curved. And let's put in here. Okay, now what's the difference as well? Oh, it has 3 eyelashes here, and again I'm going to add them really, really easily with the craft knife like this. If you want to, you can add them with some fondant, but I thought simple is better, right? And finally, let's add the eyebrows. I think it's too big, isn't it? Yeah, half of it is enough, really. So let's start from a ball, then a sausage, and then we can stick it. Oh, again, I always forget to add water, as normally I don't let it dry, as I always have not enough time to do things, and I do them straight away, and that's why I don't need any water. Okay, I think they're all been done now. Let's have a look. So the green one has been done. Now then we have the orange. So orange and green are on top of the photo. Let's put it here. Then we have the blue one. And here, don't know if you can see very well. Yeah, now that's better. And then we have the yellow in the middle and the pink one on the right. Hope you can see them. Yeah, that's better now. Now it's all done. I hope you enjoyed this live tutorial as much as I did. It was my first one. And let me know if you want to see more live tutorials like this one and what it should be about. But it's all for today, and see you next week. Bye bye everyone, and thank you so much for being here and watch my tutorial. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.